Good morning to you all. Thank you very much for joining us from early in the morning. This is the 27th Fukushima Dialogue. The theme is Impressions of Hometown, Voices from Fukushima Residents. Where do we come from and where are we going? Before I talk about the why we picked this theme, I would like to move on to talk about the next slide. Genkatsu Kanno, who served as a vice director, passed away in February 2025. He was born and raised in Yamakia district, and he had been engaged in agriculture or farming throughout his life. When he asks about Yamakia, he knew everything, the life back then and life after the accident. And he communicated with us with his messages. Yamakia district, where he lived. If you could see the next slide, please. So these are the pictures taken at the same place. The upper ones on the top left, you could see the black the area covered by a black sheet. 2016 and 2017, after vacation order was lifted, there still was a removed soil from the contamination work, and this is the temporary storage. And then if you go to the right hand side, and it's gone, and then winter came, and then those flexible container bag or black sheets are all gone today. After the accident, these pictures were taken. As you could see, the landscape drastically changed throughout the years. After the accident, I think the situation was very similar to many of the areas and districts. Evacuation order districts drastically changed its appearance. And I think this venue is the same. Those who came here for the first time, you must just felt that, oh, such a nice building. However, before this building was built, this area looked very different because of the evacuation following the accident, and because of the redevelopment, this area changed its look. So how land existed and how area transformed, this is something that we witnessed after the accident. Please go to the next slide. Nuclear accidents in general. Well, Fukushima suffered triple disasters, which inflicted severe fractures on people's lives, the relationship between people and land and communities. So those fractures did occur. Things which occurred may not have just been fractures, but certainly there were fractures. Those original residents had to evacuate, and we try. Well, the policy was implemented to recruit new residents. Therefore, the livelihood and the people who live here are changed as well. And this area transformed, and how the landscape is perceived and how the land is understood varies from one person to the other. This Kureha Okuma, the name of the building, as I said, how you perceive this building would be different from one person to the other. So the Futaba district landscape went through that experience. The differences of the perception could only be understood through verbal communication, through interaction. And these fractures or differences will not be softened if you do nothing. The people with various backgrounds are gathered here. and how they feel and what they think must be different from one person to the other. It is not about this Futaba uh, and the Fukushima Hamadori district being very special. I think this is the phenomena that are happening throughout this area as a whole. Even with all these differences, you should not feel that you cannot say this or you should not say that. You just have to accept the current status as it is and then think about how we can overcome those differences. And hopefully, this dialogue will give you that opportunity. That's how we came to select this theme. So Hamadori's current state uh, will be learned through this dialogue. At least that's the hope we have. We have online participants today as well from 3:30. The online participants will also have some time to speak out. So please do not feel bored because you don't have a say in this forum. You will have an opportunity. And the Q&A, the questions will be received via a Zoom function. Hopefully, this will be a very fruitful dialogue today. Thank you.